My name is Tom Tuck. I'm with the Northern Colorado Model Railroad Club, and today we have the honor of being with one of our oldest members of the club. His name is Chuck Hagemeister. Chuck, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Our cameraman is Rick Ingalls, and he's behind there, and you might see him or hear him, but hopefully we will. Say hi, Rick. Just say hi.
Good afternoon.
Okay. All right. We are here to show Chuck's layout. It's been in operation for many years. And Chuck, the name of it is?
The Rio Pesado and Western.
Is there some significance to Rio Pesado?
It was a name I picked up off another man's railroad when he sold a bunch of stuff. And I thought, that just fits what I want to do.
Okay, well, that's great.
Southwestern type.
Okay, that's great. And we will be looking at that layout here shortly. In the meantime, we're in your office, I believe.
So we can.
And there is railroad memorabilia everywhere. It's covering just about every square inch of this room. Many collector items and books. And Chuck, if you want to start.
Okay, Tom. This railroad was started in 1989 when my wife and I moved to this house.
Okay.
And it's a railroad that two railroads preceded this one.
Okay.
And they were little and weren't answering what I want to do. So when we bought this house, she went upstairs, I went down. I said, it's a good basement.
That's good.
My main interest is structures. I'm not a operator type person, but I do have a railroad running around in there, and there are operation areas.
Mm-hmm.
My main goal is structures, and you'll see that as you go through.
I'm sure I've seen some of your structures, and they're excellent pieces of work.
I tried to imitate and make it look like southwestern Colorado mining towns.
Okay. In what era? Year?
I'm 1930s.
Okay.
Up to about early 50s.
Okay. Pasado is,
Basically, that is the stretch of the meaning, but
okay, gone,
gone.
Past.
Past.
okay, past.
River of the past.
Mm-hmm. Guess I didn't read much of this stuff.
What if?
Rebuilt the shop building
Yeah, it's a kit.
with the transfer crane and
Mm-hmm.
the rotary must have been one of your projects too.
Yes. Lift the roof.
And back in the old fire equipment behind the Pearl City Fire Department.
Mining equipment, the railroad equipment layout, so to speak, the company.
The company.
Uh-huh. The Eureka Mining Company. These are scratch built. All kinds of weird things I've created.
Yes. And so they belong to the Rio Pesado maintenance array.
Mm-hmm.
They are. No turn. The switch engine there, would that be serving the mines?
Mm-hmm.
But this is his home base and shop area, huh?
Yeah, it's home base.
Any story behind this beautiful caboose?
It's a good looking
No.
caboose.
No real story.
It looks not right out of the box, that's for sure.
No. I can not leave a kit alone.
Oh, okay.
Everything's got to be redone, and
The chuck way.
I won first on it, and then I took it to Region, Rocky Mountain Region, won
Yeah.
again.
Wow.
And it was so simple. All that is a broomstick wrapped.
With stripwood.
Uh-huh.
And did you have pictures or a plan? Or just
I
again?
had pictures
Okay.
of a car on the Southern Pacific up in Oregon that gave me the idea.
All right.
Only 2 points. 5 points.
So they actually had rolling stock, Rio Pesado and Western.
Yeah, but it isn't a real railroad.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we had rolling stock, locomotives.
I saw one of those for real in Alabama.
hand cars. So there was manual maintenance away. on
Yes.
some of the Rio Pasado theme of things.
Yeah, that's one of those mine trains coming down.
Did they have to haul water or
Raw
chemicals or
Yeah.
in the tank cars? And These last two
Yeah.
cars are quite intriguing. It's a Burlington work
Yeah.
train design, yeah. Okay, color schemes and so the transportation system on your layout is the main line is the Burlington, and just about everything else is the Rio Pesado.
Right.
Okay. Of the Rio Pesado maintenance of way equipment.
Well, it's their combination with Burlington.
Okay, it's
So
a
you'll see both types
shared.
in there. You know, you can see the green Burlington sitting down there.
Right.
He's doing a bad thing illegally, sitting on the Y.
Oh, blocking the line.
Well, because I have an interest in mining and always have, Colorado mining and so on, I tried to represent a mining town.
Yeah.
With the mine owner up there in his mansion at the end of the street, which was very typical. And then the various buildings, the banks and so on. It was a small town, but it had a lot of efficient things going. The fire department and so on. You notice there's a wedding going on here at the church.
All right. Yeah.
And there's a
There
police
is.
officer talking to some people over here. Streets.
I guess I
I
don't
can't
know.
right now. Let's see. Did they get knocked down? Oh, it's way
No.
over there. You can't hardly read it.
So the street name.
No, that's fine.
I just grab locomotives and go for it.
Pearl City. Pearl City.
Pearl City.
And that is a mock-up of a particular city?
No.
Okay, so you made this whole thing up.
But it's based on a lot of things in a mining city.
Is the town hall built in 1910. Sure you can get your wedding certificates and pay your parking tickets. Drugs.
I'm sorry I mumbled about my.
Buildings under construction here.
Yeah, they're building a new mill.
Okay. Babcock Mill.
Yeah.
Bill Babcock.
Excellent.
And you notice the smaller details as you go. For
Absolutely.
instance, this guy working on the car.
Yeah. That was the first one you built?
Uh-huh.
It is a very, very realistic
Thank
looking
you.
mine, for sure. Yeah. You get what you can while you can, you bet. But you've got, mines coming out of
Small little mining up
for they're having a little problem.
A nice little stamp mill.
Got the car up on the hydraulic lift.
Yeah.
And I don't know if in the viewfinder, Rick, you've got the guys.
You see the clothes hanging out.
I saw that. Yeah. Gas meter.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't.
Got the bill there to let him out at the end of the day
Okay, look.
or for recess.
City Fire Department.
Yeah.
Wedding.
Contest in the club. Firefighting unit.
Garage in the back. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. If there's a way for you to.
So the fountain and it's like a soda fountain in the drugstore. Very nice. So the main street in Pearl is quite a busy place. Oh, that way. Because it looks like a very expensive old-time car and a lady with a very short dress on. You set one up?
Yeah.
Just coming out of the 4x8 stage and going and running
What's going on, Bill?
I'm staying out.
Here's the yours and mine.
Uh-huh. Yours and mine.
Yours and mine. There you go.
Is that from a kit also?
No,
Wow, scratch built.
I scratch built that.
Do you operate off of photographs?
Kind of mine photographs up here.
There you go. Mine.
Yeah.
My photographs.
Right. And then at my leisure and pleasure, I add stuff. I don't know how prototypical it was.
Well,
But
looks
it-
very
I like the looks
realistic.
of it.
Very realistic.
What I see here is your eyes are better than the average set of
Maybe
eyes
so.
because you see things and create things. Extension cord.
Or an extension cord.
Alright.
Okay. I can work this out.
Building is a builder and scales kit years ago.
Builders and scale. Came out very, very nice. Did you know
Jim,
Jim?
very well, good friend of mine.
Jim Haggard, yeah. I guess they sold the company, but they did
To
well.
Jim Crow.
To Jim Crow now, yeah. A couple of them.
With an umbrella. Or something. Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's a little surface mine, you know, they didn't go very deep.
Right. Again, from various kits and assemblies.
Just
yeah.
my design of the train room. When you shoot scenes through here.
I actually, do you have
That's a good point, Rick.
the crane and the work
Mhm.
of making these and the attention to detail is just amazing.
So this is, 30, or 27, almost 30. And that,
Yeah.
and that
Now
cabin.
that model I built up and then set fire to it. Did you want the trains running? It is real. I burned it. No, the bulldozers for some of that dead wood up on the ridge.
Yeah? Oh, bringing in,
Yeah.
yeah, that one. Uh-huh.
So they're cutting old trees, bad trees down, huh?
Oh, the beetle kill and everything.
Yeah, it's beetle kill.
The beetle kill. The Gilman Gristmill and Feed Store. Beacon Feeds. Baled hay. Again, modified extensively by
That's right.
everything.
Can't leave.
Really looks good. Over 14 times before I was satisfied. The station is a huge amount of.
This is Cilios, George Cilios kit.
But did you add additional detail?
Yeah.
Just can't leave it alone.
Just can't leave it alone. I just wanted to look busy.
It is.
This is the town of Pandora.
And you got that from where?
Original town in Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you have on stage? I got this one here. I don't want it to run per se. I was going to try to.
We can stage Blackhawk.
Lace House in Blackhawk.
Hmm.
A kit from
It's Builders in Scale.
Builders in Scale, yes. Beautiful job on that. Is that recommended colors in the...
Yes. Although I really think the original was white.
That's a good one too.
It's destined for haunted house sound.
Spooky sounds, yeah.
Mhm.
Do buildings or derelict take longer to build than a new
Yeah, because of the unconventional bending the porch, like that.
Okay. Extra steps to...
Yeah, boards out of place.
Very nice.
It changes your building time,
Okay.
all that detail.
It took us about 4 hours just to get things halfway.
Conducting a funeral burial and praising the Lord for all the good things.
But I've got to reestablish that scene.
And right next door is Tommy's joint.
That tells you what it is.
Yeah.
And then Murphy's. And the River Road, Mercantile. Pretty effective alleyways between the buildings.
We're starting a display over here, and I'm digging out a fossil. So
I like it.
it's already out.
Tell us about the Cimarron supply.
That's a kit. Nothing done to it other than just put it together. I can't remember the company right now.
Looks like you have some details out front, like vending kerosene or early gas station. And then, of course, the hoist up to the second floor. Entering
Expanded.
expanded and added onto.
Yeah, it didn't have a basement and all this, like I got it set up.
These gardens around the sides and edges are just
Thank you.
very, very nice. And the extra detail, does the kit come with all these?
No, does not.
It does not. I'm just so amazed at
You notice out back.
attention to detail in the two-holer. Currently not in use.
No, I'll tell you the story behind that. I had a figure specially built. It was old, holding like this, starting to go in there. And in one layout show, several people objected to it.
Oh.
A couple of women.
Oh.
So we pulled it off, and I guess I've never put it back.
Going through a piece of the question you asked, there's another little rubber that this brings stuff around.
5, I believe.
5 different mines.
And of course, a lot of these things have interiors, these mines, buildings.
Right. How long does it take you to put something like this together?
Hard to
Like a
say how
building.
long it takes it. Depending on what time I have,
Sure.
I'd say it takes me about a month to build one building.
There you go. With all the detail on the
Yeah.
inside.
Sometimes I have to go search for detail
Oh yeah.
at the stores and so on.
I'm sure your scratch built.
It flattened the contrast, which
You all know that you've seen the models, the plastic wrap on models.
oh yeah.
Yes.
You know that. Well, I took the plastic wrap off and used it as a mold,
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
and that's what that is.
So it's actually plaster made from the packaging,
From the wrapping it was in.
and you use the original someplace else. It was.
No, I got this from another guy.
Oh,
I thought I can build that.
came out very nice. Individually painted stones.
Thank you.
Did you say that this was at builders in scale?
Yes, it is. And the whole thing there is builders and scale, except for that car sitting there.
The old derelict
Yeah,
pickle car.
Great addition.
Well, that he added that. Builders and scale.
Jim Haggard did?
Yeah. It's an old narrow gauge tank car.
Huh.
How the pickle cars in the middle there are kind of nice too.
Yeah, that's an excellent building.
I just couldn't get the smell.
Did you ever write any reviews for building
No.
these for Jim?
No.
Have you written reviews? No.
Looking at the icing plant,
Mm-hmm.
was this a kid also?
Yes.
Is it safe to get close to the Hercules Powder Company?
That's the joke. You're picking up on it. Yeah. I wanted to have a guy out in front with a match and lighting a cigarette, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
That again looks like a heavily modified kit. That
It is one of those European kits.
oh, and you Americanized it somehow.
Yeah.
Where did you find the sign?
I retyped them.
I noticed you put the same sign on the boxcar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's a Jim Wilde design.
The Black Hawk boiler sheet works, yeah.
And if you'll open it up, you can see interesting things.
With the caskets in the window, this other
You like the
place,
casket, yeah.
that is just too realistic. You're not an undertaker, I presume.
No.
Good.
Although,
This up?
Boy, oh boy, there's lots in there. Jim Wild made this kit. He was a club member.
Yeah.
He was a club president,
Yes. One of the original.
one of the originals. The sawmill here must be a collection of numerous kits. It goes on and on and on.
Rick, I think so. Yeah.
Is it one of your older projects?
Originally it was a kit, but I think the slash burner I added to it.
Okay. You got a stiff-legged derrick there, slash burner, like an office building, and
Right.
the main saw building, and then
The antique truck out front does most of it.
those are very nice trucks. And so you modify your trucks
Yeah.
a little bit? They did a nice job on them. expect snow in your...
Yes, it's coming. We're getting the units ready.
Yes. Nice job on the plows. They look really functional. The extra tender, and then of course the big hook.
So I can collect what I wanted out of them.
Right.
There you go.
Would you usually trade and barter at swap meets and different things?
Well, I did some of them that I collected. Some I just plain gave away.
But you were you had an affection for just about any kind and every kind of caboose. Including a wooden one in there that looks craftsman kit.
Yeah.
And I see you have 10583. That's one of our favorites, sitting over in the Greeley Freight Station. And I've spent many nights in that caboose.
That's right.
Ruins or demolition?
Oh,
The,
those. You mean the ones that burned down here and
oh, okay.
fell apart?
Yeah.
Fell apart.
Yeah.
Again, we'll probably get the
Uh,
corner.
again, that's a Jim Wild.
Oh, those are Jim Wild
Yeah.
projects. And the corner bar, it looks like it
Mm-hmm.
withstood it pretty nicely.
This is the town of Empire, which is a real
Empire.
town in Colorado.
Yes.
This, your empire is much more successful than the original one.
That's true.
So, a flat tire is causing a traffic jam
Mm-hmm.
with the repairs and
Get the hearse out
get there.
so we can get the tire jack out.
Exactly.
All right.
conventions. And probably,
Certificates of
yeah,
achievement.
I've got every one of them but the one for Master Model Railroad.
Why don't you have that one?
I don't believe in doing it because I'm not expert in electronics. I don't think that's a master.
Okay. All right.
Regional awards.
All right.
Rocky Mountain Gold and Mountains of Fun.
That one is probably one of the best ones I ever won. Mizell Trains
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Challenger Award.
Do you know Warren?
Yeah.
Mizell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do too. That's great.
Okay.
Can you take a step back?
You don't like my belly? Come on.
I do like those. I do like it.
Yes.
Nobody else is going to care about it, but I think
Oh, you will in the future somebody will hear about that.
so, very good. So, yeah, you've got a lot of stuff. Computer, books,
Yeah.
manuals.
Well, it's a real modeler's room.
Well, it makes you feel good. You can understand why you want to sit here.
I like it.
Yeah, look around.
Contemplate what's going on. Well, I got some scenes in there I gotta finish. I might be better after my operation in August. Then it'll be going again. Right now I can't. Hardly even work here for a while.
Yeah, I know but it does takes a lot of time to do, especially the kind of work you do.
Yeah.
I mean, having little blades of grass and you've got some preacher
That's right.
telling the gal she's gotta find the
Find the
light.
Lord, yeah.
Find the Lord. Yeah.
I gotta put that scene back. I think I can find another
Minister?
in my stuff.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
We'll get him. He had his hands up.
Yeah. That's funny. But that's what adds character to these scenes. You know? Anybody can buy a building, but having the people around and having the dog and having a traffic jam, I mean, that's what adds to the realism to it. The wires on telephones.
I see you got your.
Standing on the one that makes all the noise.
What?
That makes noise.
Yeah.
I have to remember that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's funny. Is this guy you know here?
Yeah. that was done for a Fort Collins Museum.
Peace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a special thing we were doing for the kids.
Oh, that's cool.